Jody? Did you get me the oil?
Coming.
So some recent news that happened is that at the LA Anime Convention, one car was set on fire, resulting in like 8 cars exploding during the convention at like 2 a.m. at night. It was done by a stalker of a cosplayer who stalked the cosplayer and then set the cosplayer's car on fire. So when it was mentioned that he was a Power Rangers fan, and I don't think it was in the news articles that he was a Power Rangers fan, but it was mentioned, and I joked about it because, like, it's easy to joke about Power Rangers because nobody ever watched the show. But in any case, the guy was obviously horribly mentally ill. I don't know anything about the guy, but I'm imagining he was on social media a lot. It happens a lot. Have you heard of Momo-kun? Momo-kun's like a cosplayer who like violates people like sexually and then still ends up going to cons. The cosplay circle is pretty interesting. It's pretty cool that this game like saved where I was at before, even though I left the game. I have to redo it now, but I don't know. Just like the atmosphere. Nice and therapeutic. Everything looks very nice and well produced. Wonder if I can see out this window. What else did I see in the news today? My experience with it is that I don't know if it was specifically Power Rangers that made him go nuts, and I don't think the cosplayer was of Power Rangers cosplay. And I'm not saying like the guy was obviously mentally ill and is like a criminal, but like I don't know, with my experience with like mental illness and stuff, like you find terrible stuff online. You talk to people of your own age who are immature and don't know what they want in life, and treat stuff terribly, treat women terribly, watch a lot of like anime that sexualizes stuff. This is like stereotypes, maybe it wasn't what actually happened, but like you meet a lot of like unpleasant people. And like my own experience with Power Rangers is that a lot of people who watch it aren't normal. I don't know how many of them are mentally ill, but like they watch a show that only had like 3 good seasons, and then like they keep watching it even when nothing good happens. Like they get upset when they watch Last Jedi, and there's a lot of people. I would say there's not that many people who watch Power Rangers are smart. Like it's color coded, the suits. There's a lot of people who know how to write. Power Rangers watch list. A lot of these people aren't creative. I don't know a doctor who's watched Power Rangers. I don't know if there's a correlation, but I don't know a doctor who's watched Power Rangers. And if they did, they probably won't watch the recent seasons. They probably watch more Sentai if not have given up on that. Um, so you meet a lot of unpleasant people. And they're always upset, and even if they do a good thing, they said it's not done their way. And they watch the show for free and don't pay for it. And especially the Japanese stuff, which is online and not, there's like no copyright in the US. Trying to look up any other news I can find. So you shared with me that Little Uzi Vert might be getting out of the music industry. I'm not gonna say where I work, but like, yeah, get out of the music industry. It's terrible. The producers, like nutcases. It's not very There's not a lot of good critics, and it's all popularity basically. And when you get that much money and that much popularity, you just go nuts. You do a lot of drugs. You do whatever it does to take it to the top. There's feuds between music people. You spend the money you earn. Were you ever a fan of the Resident Evil franchise? That's a bad camera angle. I wonder how they made a young Ellen Page in this game. Did you ever share your thoughts on the Sonic movie? Ghost is working on the new album. Pretty much, like, you probably read something that made him upset or got him upset. Like, all social media is like getting upset over something nowadays. People don't watch stuff. A lot of people, it's not just Power Rangers people, they watch stuff to be angry, not to be entertained, not to learn something, but to be angry, I feel. It works very subconsciously too. Like, I didn't notice how upset I got by like not liking stuff. I shared a lot of stuff, but like I don't know if any of it is it's a bunch of memes. Oh, did you hear about the Tokyo Hotel? Yeah, it's all attack based. It's all like feuds, yeah. I guess we're all like tribal or whatever. Did you hear about the Tokyo Hotel that's run by robot dinosaurs? That seemed like pretty interesting news. A retired man uses 7,300 quarks, I don't know why they use the exact number, to recreate Walt Disney World's Cinderella Castle. I don't even know if it's exactly Cinderella's castle or not, because, like, it's just a bunch of quarks. I don't know if it's actually Cinderella's castle or it could be another castle. You mentioned it in Discord. I did get around to reading about it. I wasn't paying attention to which one specifically I wasn't talking about. Panda shared something. Okay, I don't think I read the whole thing either, quite honestly. I just thought it was pretty interesting. They have like Resident Evil stuff there also in Japan. Let's see my notifications if there's anything interesting. Oh, Kyrie Irving is out for today's game against the Nets. He will. It'll give the Nets even ground. Like they don't have all star like that, and then they don't have an all star like that now too. Gordon Hayward hasn't been recovering exactly. What do you think of the fight last night? I don't a whole bunch of stuff I shared, but I don't know why I shared it. I like the Hulk Hogan zombie concept toy that wasn't used. I felt like the fight, like the later sections, they looked very tired and cardio. Like they should regulate the rounds if they knew it wasn't going to be competitive later on. Okay. I missed the end, so I didn't really see what happened early on. Ghost apparently did a cover of Enter Sandman, which is pretty interesting. Oh, VJ Emmy is having a Blu-ray release for Who Killed Captain Alex. Why does that movie need a Blu-ray? I'm hoping it's a joke article. Blu-ray Ugandan CGI. But is the video actually going to be Blu-ray quality? An American model worse than the Power Ranger. I don't know if that's actually what she is or whatever. Go check Hotchka. Fox has renewed So You Can Dance. You Think You Can Dance. For the 16th season. Oh, I forgot to say. Michelle Yeoh's character from Star Trek Discovery will have her own spin-off series. Could be good for the Chinese market and the Asian markets. She's a good actress. She needs a better script. I also think she was underutilized crazy rich Asians. But like, yeah, she recently got a lot of parts that weren't particularly good, and probably needs to fire her agent. Well, I don't know. I guess she should be famous for being in such famous films and books. Game of Thrones season 8 has been teased. I have no idea if George R. R. Tolkien's involved in this either. George R. R. Martin's involved in this one either. Haven't really followed the backstage stuff behind that. Celebrity Big Brother house guests have been announced. Kato Kaelin, Ricky Williams, Joey Lawrence, Tom Green. Tom Green? That sounds pretty funny. Tom Green in a reality show. Tom Green is his own reality show. Aquaman reaches the 1 billion mark, becomes the second highest grossing DC comic film of all time. Cartoon Network has renewed this series of Ben 10, expected to debut 2020. Kept missing the Orville. Keep me updated on that show. Star-Lord. Miss Gotham also. There's probably more, but I don't know. That's about it. I pretty much got to go now. Thanks for you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed.